Okay, start clapping right now for Matt Taylor!
It's like, oh shit, did you just come out with a choir from the devil and holding a Bible? What the fuck am I about to see? That is entirely by accident, but it's true. This is not a Bible. It's where I write my jokes. I just think that what I write is really, really good. So I was like, I wonder if I could get a Bible to write my jokes in. I think that's the level of quality of my jokes. The word of the Lord, I'll go with that. This is the gospel according to Matthew. That equals I also did. I'm a sloppy eater. I somehow got panic on me. I don't even care. I just had a girlfriend long enough to know that I know every woman in here has probably noticed it by now and is judging silently. So I'm addressing it. Okay? I also know that not one dude in here was like, I noticed your ink. They're like, what the hell are you talking about? Ink stains are like one of those things that only women can see. There's a whole series of things that exist. I don't know if you have been in a relationship for longer than 6 months. There's a whole thing that can exist that only a woman will see. There's a level of dirt and cleanliness that apparently male eyes are not able to comprehend. It's like, this is filthy! And I'm like, where? Where is filthy? I'm looking at a fucking pristine room. Like, this place is a wreck. And I'm like, wow! How is this supposed to be a wreck? There's nothing anywhere. Everything's levitating, for God. There's nothing on the floor. I'm in a relationship. It is simultaneously the best and worst thing I've ever had in my life. That's how I know it's love. It's because it is the worst mistake I've ever made. Simultaneously the best decision I ever walked into. And I still have no fucking way how to reconcile those two fucking things. So it's just things I would never have thought would happen as a single man have happened to me. And I'm just like, holy fuck. But then I think about being single, I'm like, no, I'll take it. This is way better. Way better. She can put up my bullshit. This is way better. She threw out my shoes. And then a whole fucking basket of laundry. I don't even fucking know how do you respond as a man to that situation? Just if there's any really mature male in here that can give me that social rule of like, what happened? Like, my brain was just like, I do not know how to feel about this. I know concern should be one of the feelings. But I was like, kind of sad with my life, and I was like, I remember my previous relationship, two or three relationships ago, I went out with the meanest woman that's ever existed. You know how like sometimes women, when they don't like another woman, they'll sometimes be like, she's a bitch. This girl's a bitch. This girl's like a proudly so. Like, here's an example. When she would drive, we'd go see a movie, she would drive. If there's anyone who was like in the crosswalk, she would accelerate. I saw Morgan dive the fuck out of the way, and she's like, good. Actions, consequences. I'm like, what the fuck? What evil, crazy shit is that? She made me once wish I were gay. I don't know how to explain that, but I remember looking at her and being like, damn, I wish I were gay right now. Because you'd be a dude, and you can just hit a dude, and people don't judge you, and you're a lucky girl. But now I'm in a relationship that's way better, which is great. Anyone here? I've been in a relationship like along 6 years, I think now. 6. I think. I have long ago forgotten when we started going out. I don't remember that year barely. I was not seeing anyone. Now I'm seeing someone. I was like, have you ever like been in a relationship and then you don't know exactly that day perfectly memorized in your memory? How much fucking grief you get? Like, do you remember it was 2.5 hours into our first date? We were crossing Vine, and you were like, Vine to Rossmore, right? What did you mean by that?
What was your name again?
What? I have no fucking, I can't even tell you how to lie to a woman right now, and it's gonna work. But here's the caveat. It's not gonna work with the current wife/girlfriend that you have. You're gonna have to get rid of her. But the next one, dude, she's gonna buy your bullshit forever. All right, so first a note for women. Women. I believe fundamentally, as a group, you misunderstand what a lie means. Like, I have heard this more than once, and I don't agree. Can you believe it? He cheated on me, and then he lied about it. And I'm like, yeah, I can totally believe that. Like, that makes so much sense to me. I mean, you're totally not being cool about any part of this, so. Yeah, of course you didn't feel safe and secure enough with you to share that. You're making it hard for him to be there for you. Thank God I'm recording this. I have never said that before, and I will not remember it. Okay. I'm stoked, by the way. That's right. I picked a job that allowed me to do that. I guarantee whatever you do, even though it's legal, you can't be like, hey, work, hey, I'm stoned, everybody, and have everybody start clapping. That's never gonna happen in your life. That's hilarious as well. Just if you had to describe to people what you did, and then you had to explain to them what you did when you did it, you know, probably people would understand it. Like I teach, what do you do? Well, you know, I have my math and I teach them lessons. We have a rubric, and every week they come in and then you give up. So it's something, you know what you're doing. If you ever tried to literally describe what a comic does, it would just be insanity. It was like, I knew one guy in New York, and his big trick was that he could make an audience clap by turning like this, they would all start clapping. He's a great comic. But just like I always thought, like that guy makes his living by just going around spinning in circles every day. Like that is the most frivolous pursuit I could ever imagine. Like I like that. I just get to go. I have thoughts, and that's it. That's all. That's my entire description of it. But here's the other part. I was supposed to be a doctor. That was the career trajectory. I'm very smart. I have insanely high test scores. I'm actually, anyway, I don't want to brag to you stupid people, but I'm fucking smart as shit. And I'm super duper smart. Which is, by the way, the least cool thing on the planet to be. Like, no one likes smart people because you fear us, and I'm fine with that. But just like, people get so angry for such oddball things. Like, I had a friend, and he saw this movie. And I had read the book. And all I wanted to do was explain to him that the book was way better than the movie. And he would not listen to me. I'm like, no, I read the book. It was so much more. It was so much better. He was like, get away from me. But in fairness, I like movies too. And I have even smarter friends. And I get annoyed when they tell me that they've read a book that I've seen the movie of. Because they're always so fucking condescending. It's like, oh, you read so you saw the movie? I read the book. It's so much better. And that's not true. I just read this book and saw the movie, and the movie was better than the book. It was called Backdoor College Nurses, Volume 16, Blowjob Patrol. The movie was way better than the book. The book did not, it's a candle to how, there's a lot more plot development. It's like, ooh, they're happy to see each other. I can't go back to Mexico. If I do, I'll die. That's what I was like. I had that thought recently. I've been to Mexico 3 times. Each time got progressively worse for me. The first time I went, I was on a TV show. I had a TV show on MTV, and it was horrific. It was the worst experience. Here's how bad the experience was. I always like to share this with people because if you ever wanted to be on TV, here you go. This is a fun one. It's a game show. It's going to be on TV, and it was going to be a girl, and she didn't talk, but her dad came out and did everything. And it became a show, I think, called like Criminal Control or something like that. But we put it together, and we just they flew us out, and then we proceeded to just waste MTV's money. and just do everything wrong. And I knew we were in trouble when the line producer literally did, he got an audience in, and he was like, all right guys, before the show, we're going to pretend like you just saw something that was funny. All right guys, give me pretend something was funny. And I'm like, what is he doing? They're like, ha! And he did it with every emotion. And I was like, why is he doing it? And then I learned when we started filming, and they booed. You don't know a level of fear, like when a camera is pointed at you, and there's a group of people booing. Like it's just it's like a feeling of like, this was the wrong choice, I should have done something different. That was the first time I was in Mexico, then it got worse. Oh, but the funny thing about the show was that it was on TV for 3 seconds, and literally all my buddies like, I do want to were like, hey man, saw the thing you did. Click. It was great. The second time I was in Mexico, I fell off a bridge. Has anyone ever done that? Anyone ever plummeted to their doom? I shattered my ankle. It was like left part. They didn't think I was gonna walk again. Then I did, because they just weren't sure. Truthfully, I don't think it was a doctor who said he didn't think I could walk again. Maybe there's been some guy who saw who like, dude, no, I'm gonna walk. It's like, what? I'm fine. This is what I heard from the hotel doctor in Mexico. It was the funniest shit I ever heard in my life. I was screaming in pain. The doctor ran up. I'll never forget it. He goes, oh no, senor, your vacation is over. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Ah! So I can't go there. Hey, there was an earthquake in Mexico recently. It affects us. There was a seismologist on the news, and he said that after that earthquake, the crust of the earth in that country actually shifted 5 feet north. I was like, holy shit. Mexico itself is illegally trying to cross our border. That's just it's brilliant. It's still Mexico, all right. It's brilliant. I asked myself, I said, self, how do I feel about immigration? Because I figured if I'm going to talk about Mexico, I've got to talk about immigration. And I said, how do I feel about it? And this is what I believe as a white man. I know that everyone's here with a white guy's point of view is, so I'm going to share. Here's my belief, and if you disagree, I accept it. I am not against illegal immigration whatsoever. I am against legal immigration. That's what I believe. I believe that if all you did to get into our country was fill out some paperwork and wait. That's not enough. Not for the land I love. I want to see people who want to be here. I want to see running, swimming, hiking, climbing, dodging. I want you to fucking work on the comfort. That's what I want. That person wants to be here. That is an investment. I had a friend named JP, and he told me, with anger, I lost my job to an illegal immigrant. And he believed this. He did. I swear to God, he believed it. And he said it to me like I was supposed to be like, what? Let's get him! Like I was like, somehow I know this is your fault. Just keep talking. Let me see where you go wrong. He was convinced he had lost his job. Some dude. And the dude, the trick was that the dude showed up for work one day when he wasn't there again. And then they hired the dude. And they're happy with the dude, you know, I know that because he tried to get his job back. They're like, nope. We like him, not you. That's a rough moment then, right? It's like, dude, you had a job on Friday. But then on Monday, just a weekend later, some dude stole your job? What the fuck? Like, he didn't have a birth certificate, driver's license, social security, nothing. And they still gave him your job. They'd rather work with someone wildly illegally than work with you on the books. How fucking terrible are you and what do you do? Jesus, don't ever let me work with you. Yeah. He was white too, that's the other part. Like, dude, come on. I'm white. I like being white. I wish that I was allowed to say that without just vaguely seeming racist. I'd be like, ugh. I like being white. Where's the banjo? Ding, 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 ding. And that sucks. That's our fault. It's white people's fault. We allowed racists to become our spokespersons. That's on white people. We blew it. That's something we got to deal with internally. We're gonna take that down. But it is pretty good to be white. You're missing out if you're not white. I'm telling you. You are. Like, did you know, I'm gonna blow one white secret, but when 2 or more white people are alone in a room, bring, money just comes out of the sky. We don't know where it's from, but we're not asking questions. We're like, I thought I'd get a job for a second. Forgot about the whole money thing. Sweet. Good night.
Coming to the stage, here's my best friend. Put your hands together for Dante.
Looking at themselves in the mirror backwards, can't even face themselves.